Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsey. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' products to make this project, you can visit my online store, and the link is in the description box below. When you purchase Stampin' products through me, you can earn free products. Check out my current customer appreciation products on my blog, and the link is listed below in the description. Today I'd like to share with you a fun alternative project using the October 2021 paper pumpkin kit called Peaceful Christmas. So this fun kit created 10 cards, 5 in each of these designs. And they are really perfect for beginner stampers. So if you're just getting into stamping or want to slowly increase your crafting supplies, this is just a really fun product for you. And what I like to do is take the supplies that come in the kit and create some alternative cards. Now, I usually will keep 2 cards, but it's the holiday season and many of us are gift giving. And so I thought this was a really quick and simple idea on creating a fun gift package idea. So we're going to go ahead and use some of the scraps that are left over from some of my previous alternative projects, which if you're interested in seeing those, you can click on the top right corner and it will take you to my playlist, which will give you the unboxing of the kit as well as all of my alternative projects. So let's go ahead and get started making this fun treat box gift giving alternative idea. So let's begin by talking just quickly about the elements that are part of the decor for this box. So we have the leftover top strip from the black and white tree patterned card base. And this piece is 1.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And so that's going to be our night sky up here. We also have the silver foil front from our envelope, which we used for one of the past alternative cards. I think it was alternative number 2. And so we just saved the strip. And what we're going to do is we're going to fussy cut out the trees so we can get more of that tree line look. And then from that same envelope, we're using the buffalo check from the flap. And so we do have a little bit of adhesive here that we'll need to trim, but we're going to be using the majority of this envelope flap for the bottom buffalo check. So let's go ahead and begin by fussy cutting the tree line of our silver foil trees. And I just think the easiest way to do this is to just be very open to a nice, generous fussy cut. So it doesn't need to be super detailed, and having a little bit of a bubble around the trees is really helpful. Now this bottom tree line isn't as important as the top because we do kind of blends in with the green buffalo check pattern that we'll be adding underneath it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this bottom, and then I'll be back and we'll do the top together. Okay, so you can see how that just came together pretty quickly. And now for the top line. So this top line is just a little bit more important to get a nice bubble around the tree tops. You could be pretty fussy and try to get all those details, but I'm just going to kind of do a simple bubble around each one and try to keep the shape of the trees, but not necessarily get every little nook and cranny. Okay, so those are all done, and we're going to just trim off this sticky envelope area where the glue is, and I'm just going to trim that. It looks like I could cut it at 1.5 inches. So this straight line is at 1.5 inches, and just trim off that glue, and then I will use this full strip for the decoration for my gift box. All right, so let's next talk about the gift box. So this is the Kraft Gift Box, And it's, I'll just measure really quick. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick. So let me show you the box again. So we've got a nice large box, and it's 3/4 of an inch is the thickness here. So I'm just going to put this together with you so that you can kind of get an idea of how to do it. I always like to fold and score all of these score lines first. The other nice thing about this Kraft gift box is that the adhesive is already on the flaps. So that makes it really easy to put this together. I also like the fun window, and we're going to be using that today to create kind of our little winter scene. And by decorating the inside, then we keep the shape of the label on the outside. All right, so fold that in half, and then fold this one, and then this top flap. Okay, so once you have scored all your edges, you're going to remove the adhesive. So once the adhesive has all been removed, I like to do the bottom of the gift box first. And so you just fold up the front and adhere the sides to that flap. And then this one you can choose either to adhere it to the bottom or to the top. So the first one I adhered it to the bottom, but this one I want to try adhering it to the top. I think it's going to give me a cleaner look. Okay, so the bottom, again, is adhered to the front, and then the top is adhered to that back side. And then to close it, the bottom goes inside the top like that. And then we'll do the top here so that it's all stuck together nicely. So just like that. So it's kind of like a little donut box. That's what it makes me think of, a cookie or donut box that you'd get from the store. Well, this doesn't want to fit. There we go. Okay, so super quick and easy, and it is a nice tight fit so that your gift stays inside well. We are going to be wrapping it with some ribbon, but you don't necessarily have to. Okay, so to decorate, we're going to do, like I mentioned, we're decorating the inside so that we can keep this fun shape on the front. So I'm just going to bend that back just a little bit so we can access the top flap. So the first thing is we're going to add the trees to the flap. Now it's going to go that way, so we're adding them kind of upside down like this. Okay, so the tree will be upside down, and the front needs to be facing the table. And we're only adding adhesive to the sides. So just a little adhesive. You could use glue dots as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add my trees, and I want this just a little higher than center. And remember, they're upside down. Then I'm going to add my buffalo check to the bottom. I want to make sure everything is covered. I've also added adhesive to the edges of that as well. And then I'm going to add my Starry Night Sky to the top, and there's adhesive on the sides. You just want to make sure all your holes are covered. So then it's going to look something like that. Isn't that so cute? So I don't want my receiver of the gift to open the box and see all these scraps. I want to cover this up. So I'm going to do that with a piece of Kraft paper. And this is sold separately, or you could even just use some white basic cardstock, or even shaded spruce cardstock as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure your box lid here. So that's sitting at about 4.5 inches. And I do have a piece that will cover and go across. So I just need to cut my Kraft paper to 4.5 inches. And the width here is 6 inches, just if you're interested in that. Then I'm going to adhere this to, like I said, to all these pieces. And to do that, I want to make sure it's going to adhere nicely and that none of those pieces will move. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to slide this right in to my lid and just make sure it's covering all of those pieces there, just like that. So that just makes a much nicer look when they open up your gift. Now, what could you put inside this fun gift box? Well, you could put some cookies, you could put a nice pair of warm gloves, you could do a little notebook for like the New Year goals and gratitude. There's just lots of little things you could put inside this great gift box. So if you're interested in the final dimensions, let's go ahead and measure that. So it's about 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So it's a really great size. So once you've added your things to the inside, you can use a beautiful red ribbon like this fun double stitched satin ribbon in real red. And what I'm going to do is wrap it around and get a measurement of how much I need to just wrap it. And then I'm going to double that, and that will give me a good amount of ribbon to work with so that I can tie a nice bow. So I'm going to tie it, and I want it to just sit at the bottom of that tree line there. Okay, so once I've wrapped it, I'm just going to tie it once, and then I'm going to actually tie it again. I'm going to do a double knot. And the reason for that is because that's going to actually give me the best bow. So whenever I do, I need a bow that kind of goes with the direction of my ribbon, then I do a double knot because it kind of sets me up so that I get a nice, beautiful bow going that direction. I'm not sure why it does, but it does. Okay, so a nice pretty bow that kind of goes in the direction I want it to. So something like that. And then of course, trim any edges or ends that are a little bit on the long side. So when you're done with that, you'll get something that looks like this. And now we're going to make a tag with some of the other elements from the kit. So the first thing you're going to need is the white label. And I wanted it to say from our home to yours, which is another one of the greetings from the kit. And I wanted to do this one in real red ink, just to kind of tie in this beautiful bow. The original stamped image is a horizontal image, and it won't fit on the label. So we're going to need to do a little trick to get it to fit. So the first thing I want to do is only ink up from our home. So I'm just going to take the edge of my real red ink pad, and I'm just inking up from our home. So you see how it's just darker right here. And then I'm going to line that up in the center of my label and then stamp that. And then it's really important that you clean it really well. And then you do want to stamp off to make sure you don't get any ghost images, is what I call it. Then you're going to stamp up or ink up. So next you're going to ink up the next part of the greeting, which is to yours. So from our home to yours, and then you're just going to center that right in the center of the label. So you'll get something that looks like this. Okay, so I did want to add a little bit of red to the label, and so I have one of the banner pieces. It's a little bit on the long side for this tag. So I'm cutting it in half, and then I'm just going to eyeball how much I want to peek out on each side. So that's just a fun little tip when you need to either shorten or elongate a banner behind another element. So something like that. And then we're going to add it with some dimensionals to the circle from the kit. So the kit has this really cute buffalo checked 2-inch circle. So I'm going to add that to the center. And if you by chance don't have this because you've used it for another project, you can always just cut out another 2-inch circle from shaded spruce or any color really. So I've just punched a hole, and then I'm going to use the about 6 or 7 inches of the red twine that is left over from the kit. And I'm just going to string that through the hole and add it to my bow. I do like the back of this circle is white, so you could write a little message on the back for the person who will be receiving this cute little gift. So I'm just going to wrap it around. So those loose ends I've wrapped around, and then I'm just going to wrap it around and tie it. I don't know what type of knot this is called, but it's kind of a loop. And then you put the ends through like that. Then you can trim this if you want. So then you've got this cute little gift box that is perfect for the holiday season that's coming up. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun alternative project for the October 2021 Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you'd like to see written instructions or close-up images on how to create this project, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you're interested in subscribing to get your own paper pumpkin kit, please use the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.